We're back in the studio. How's that sound quality? Am I right?
Listen, to those of you who are listening, how great do we sound?
Yeah, we sound good. None of that Zoom.
Oh, I know.
None of that Zoom. I should put the headphones on just to be safe, though, just to hear us.
No more of me like messaging Jay on the side while we're recording, being like, I can't hear you.
Sounds
Your
good.
screen has frozen.
Yeah. Look, we're not the only ones who do it. We're back. Hopefully, we never have to go back to Zoom unless
Hopefully.
I'm in Egypt or something again.
Remember that? That feels like a lifetime ago.
Oh, bro. So long ago.
So long ago. But we back. How are you doing?
Sensation. And yourself?
I'm good. We had like a nice old catch up there.
Did.
Yeah.
Haven't seen face to face since Christmas. Oh no, we saw quickly at the truck.
At your hook truck, yeah.
We went for chats and foods.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
Good to be back, kid. Good to see you.
Yeah, feels good to be back. I'm
How's
happy.
work? How's everything? All good?
All good, yeah. Summer vibes, like.
Summer vibes. I was saying that as well. Just kind of small mellow now. We're chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's normal.
Yeah.
Like actually working normal hours now for the first time in a while.
You're all over the place. You're jet setting all over the place. You're in every county though. Every county in the country.
Yeah. I love that though.
Yeah.
I work with anyone anywhere.
She's open for business, folks. That sounded bad. That sounded bad.
There's no geographical borders for me. So, yeah. No, all's good. All is good. No, it feels really good to be back and having the chats. A few things to talk about today.
Yeah.
You said, before we said anything, you said that you were like, I'll wait for the podcast.
Oh, yeah, about David Dobrik.
Yeah.
He's back.
Explain.
David Dobrik's back. People are going, oh God, again, David Dobrik. But he's back. But as you saw in the video that you just watched, every single person with him that accused him of something or said something about him or...
Yeah.
So I think that was a ploy. Now, obviously, the sexual allegations with Dom wasn't. We're starting this podcast heavy.
And he wasn't there.
And he wasn't there. But Jeff and all these different people were there. But Jeff wasn't in Hawaii, was he?
No. But I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So I think that was a ploy, a marketing ploy per se. A strategy on David's behalf and their behalf to build up to this. Like, how many views does that video have?
2.5 million.
And it's not even up 24 hours.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I know. But at the same time, I know that he got cancelled, air quotes. But I think that he was like, I'm just going to, like, he had that apology video. And I think he just, like, I'm hoping that he went away and reassessed everything and like actually genuinely had heartfelt apologies with all of those individuals that came back. Like that's the only thing that I would say for people coming back to something like that is that they either got a truckload of money or a genuine apology.
Or profit sharing.
Or profit sharing.
In the YouTube. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who
but
cares?
yeah, you're a
I'm
David.
happy.
You're a
I
David
am.
vlog stan.
I just enjoy him. Like I
Yeah,
just enjoy
that's
the whole
fine.
scenario.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, they're just like, for me, it's not my massive cup of tea. I like David Dobrik back in the day in the Vine days.
Yeah.
But look, I mean,
I've decided to start an OnlyFans myself personally, like Corinna did.
See, that's the thing. That's I'll have to say that's one thing I like. I've disliked a few things about the video, but one thing I disliked is just the fact that everyone's kind of glorifying that, and it's just that David has such a young audience that follows him.
Yeah.
And they're kind of saying like how much, like basically Corinna made like $1 million in 48 hours of being on OnlyFans. And it's not that I disrespect people going on OnlyFans. I know that it is completely a platform for people to use, and that's fine. But the only issue I have with it is promoting it to very young people.
Yeah.
And then them seeing how much they can be making and then kind of thinking, oh,
This is an
this
avenue.
is something I could do to make some money.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because he has quite a young fan base.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the whole moral scenario. Is OnlyFans a life choice or not? Like, but I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I think easy 2 million in 2 days for me.
For your OnlyFans.
Yeah, I need you to give me a shout out on Instagram and TikTok.
Absolutely. Jay will post the link to his OnlyFans.
And you know
in
what?
this podcast.
All our listeners get a 10% discount.
Oh wow! You can join mine. It's only cans. I go drinking.
That's a good one.
I didn't make it up.
No, I
know.
thought you did.
I can't take credit.
You know, it
for
was
that.
too fast. It came out too
only
fast.
cans. Yeah, I know.
It came out too fast.
Yeah,
for you,
I know.
What's happening in the world of marketing these days?
Yeah, let's have an old look ski at some highlights. Now, before I start, if you're currently struggling with motivation to create content, I put up a poll on my Instagram story yesterday, and I just said, like, because I put up a question box the day before or else that morning, just saying like, does anybody need help with certain areas, or what are you struggling with right now? And a few people said like motivation, content creation ideas, but motivation came up a good bit. And then I put up a poll, and it's currently at like 95% of people. There's been hundreds of votes on it. Like 95% of people are saying, yes, I am struggling.
I was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I create content for the clients, but like for me personally.
Yeah, but I think even with that, like, obviously our job is to create content for other people, which I find much easier anyway. But I think just even if you're a small business owner listening to this, or you're a content creator who's creating content for your own channel, like, it is completely normal to feel like to blank when it comes to creativity, because I think when you're in a flow, so like over lockdown, all of us were in this kind of this place where it was like you're at home, there's not much else to do, and you just think, okay, well, I'll just make creating content my thing because I've nothing else really. I have time, time. And when you're in the flow, and then people are kind of like responding, and you're getting a feel for what people like in terms of the content that you're creating, and that's fine. But then when, like, now that we're kind of out, we're meeting people, things are more like, we've more on our plate. You're like, even today, like, I came to like the city to record this, and it's like, it's an additional thing that is in my day that wasn't in my day, 2 months ago or whatever. So like, obviously after your day, when you have that, and then like if you're going to the gym, or if you're meeting friends for a couple of drinks, or if you're going to your friend's garden, or if you're like meeting people for walks, and then you come home and you're exhausted because we're now doing way more things than we had been doing for over a year and a half. So of course you're going to be tired, you're going to be fatigued, you're not going to be able to be creative, you're forcing creativity then, because you're like, oh my God, it's been 2 days since I've posted, or it's been 2 weeks since I've posted, I need to put a post up. And then you end up creating content that you're not happy with, but you're posting anyway for the sake of it. So like, I think if you are listening to this and you are in a bit of a struggle for like, oh God, what will I even put on my reel today, or like, what will I even talk about on my stories, like, you're not alone. Like, everyone, including myself and Jay, for our own personal channels, we're like, it's not that we can't think of ideas, it's just that motivation to just get creating for ourselves. So but you're not alone.
Even with that, I've done polls, I've done this kind of stuff. I'm trying to do more interactive stuff on my socials to get more eyes on the socials. Obviously, as you know, the algorithm picks that up. Like I did even yesterday. No, I put it up. I shared a video. Someone tagged us in a video on Hook's page. 3,000 plus fans, and nothing major, but like, I put it up. 6 hours later, there's only 60 views on it. 60 views 6 hours later on a story. I was like, geez, that's usually about 400 or 500 people. Yeah. So I was like, what did I do there? Did it something? I don't know. But it's gone up to like 300 or 400 views now on it. But like, I was thinking that was very odd for 6 hours to have 50 views on a video.
But also, way less people are online now. Like, way less people. The better the weather as well. Yeah. Like, over the weekend, it's like, you kind of have to pick your moments of posting because people just aren't online. Like, they're out and they're enjoying it. Like, seasonality plays into it a lot. So like, if you're planning on launching something, don't launch it on a Saturday, like, or don't launch it on a Friday at 0 o'clock. Like, people are just not online at these times, unless it is Ireland. Like, it is very much dependent on the weather. If it's raining, more than likely people are on their phones. If it is sunny, people are more than likely out and they're at the beach, or they're going for their walks, they're meeting their friends. They're not on their phones as much. So I even think like advertising spend, like, cut it back for a bit, wait until like another big push, in September, October, like, wait for winter. But I think that as well, people are probably looking at their interactions and going, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong because I'm not getting as many views, or I'm not But again, like, seasonality, people are just like, I'm using my own personal socials way less because I'm like, I'm meeting new people and I'm like, I'm trying to enjoy a bit of a summer as well. And I think so many people are in that mindset. So don't make it like, don't think that it's a personal thing that you're not creating good content. It's just people are just kind of trying to enjoy their summer, and that's what's happening. Yeah.
My tip of the week is from my socials, what I've seen across, I have like whatever the max number of pages you can have on Instagram. Is it 6? Is it 10 or something? Whatever it is. Yeah. Monday at 6 o'clock is the time to post across all of them.
Do you think?
That's just from looking at our insights on our pages. Huck's, Grilly, my own personal, a few of the pages I manage, 6 p.m. on Monday. Because everyone kind of Monday, everyone's either working or like they're not out, they're not meeting friends Monday.
Yeah.
6 p.m. seems to spike for them. So do check your insights.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I'm weird about the insights. Like for times to post, I'm weird about that. Like I look at it, but I gauge it more by actual interactions
Interaction.
or story views at the times. But yeah, it's very much a kind of a test and learn situation. But yeah, obviously like a Monday evening when people are like, they're not really making plans.
No, you're not making plans on Monday. Maybe a walk with the buddy, but that's it. Like you're sitting at home watching TV or something, you're on your phone.
Chilling.
I hate to look at. I'd love to look at like if you can get like 6 month times on the screen share times. See what kind of over lockdown, see how much screen time you had. I'd say it was insane.
I don't want to see that.
Scary, I'd say.
I'd say so. Yeah.
But it's a cash free too. Because if you're not creating content, you're not getting their algorithm to see you, and you're losing views. So like,
yeah, but like my story views, like I've been in the thousands, and I have like 4,000 or 5,000 followers. My story views are in the thousands, but I've only found that that's only happened in the past maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So something's changed in the story algorithm too, because before, even like my client ones, like they'd be struggling to get a few hundred views or even like to get views at all. And just of late, I feel like stories have like boomed.
yeah, the anti algorithm likes you though. She's always liked you. You're always on the explore page.
Thanks.
So keep up the good work. She does though. She loves you. Like
Well,
you're always busy. You're always popping. Like you're always tipping. So they obviously want to see that the whole time.
well, I mean, I have taken a bit of a break from posting for a couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see now how my content does when I'm back in the swing of things.
Do you feel
I'll
that
keep you posted on my posts.
the little bumps you're taking in between the time off, that it's almost creating a want for more posts from you, that when you do, your people who do follow you and do like your advice and stuff automatically go to it and like it and share kind of stuff?
I don't know, because when I was in the flow of things anyway, there was good interactions as well. So, but I think it's when you get staggered. Like when you, like I know that for your clients, you probably have like a systemic however many posts,
exactly.
and then you know the
flagged
days
it
and the
out,
times exactly. So like there's consistency there. Whereas like with my own, if I'm not in a flow of like every other day at a certain time talking about a certain topic, that's my niche, for example, or that's my algorithm. But I find that you're either all or nothing, and I think staggered, for me anyway, I feel like that's worse when you're like posting on a Monday, then you don't post again until Friday, then you're like, oh, next Wednesday, and that's when I think the algorithm's like, yo, what's going on?
But that's the thing with the likes of you, is you react in real time as well to news and socials and this kind of stuff and new updates.
Yeah.
So like you can't plan that out. You can't go, right, there's a new release happening next week.
No, and that's why when I lost all of my reels, that there was no point in even trying to recreate them, because they're all out of date.
4 days old or 2 days old.
Yeah, and it's just, even like a lot of my screen recordings, like that's why even pre-recording things like courses or stuff like that anything to do with social media, it's out of date. Yeah. Like it's out of date like that, because it's just, it's not like there'll be one thing that you're like, oh, it doesn't look like that anymore, or oh, like 60-second reels are here, and you're telling people, oh, create 30-second max, and even though I still don't have 60-second reels.
I do. No cap.
It's weird when you say things like that.
Yeah, I heard on a podcast earlier, I was like, oh, it's gross.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. Yeah.
And then there's a
Cap-free
TikTok, that viral TikTok going around about the guy and the girl. No cap. I'll show it to you after.
Okay. But there is, now Instagram did release it. They've been releasing a couple of things lately, actually. I need to do a little recce. I'll do it for the next podcast, a little recce on the Facebook Summit, because there was a couple of things that came out of it that I found a bit interesting, but very, very still very much focused on social e-commerce, like very focused on that.
Thank you, Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Very focused on social e-commerce, but the Instagram and like even Monseri, he's come out with like how the algorithm works. It was still quite vague though. So just a couple of snippets, because I have them here. So they're basically saying that this is how they order the importance of your content on someone else's feed. So they're saying that like the information about the post, so the signals both on how popular a post is and maybe how many interactions on it. So like that's kind of standard, right? So like if there's a piece of content that's getting a few interactions when it's posted first, it's naturally going to go that bit further. But it's saying that like, is there a location attached to it? Because that also might help. So like, if you're not using location tags, maybe start using them. I know on Reels you can't really do that, but maybe use a hashtag for it and see what happens there as well. And then information about the person who posted. So they're saying it helps them get a sense for how interesting a person might be. So including how many times people have actually interacted with that person in the past few weeks, including like interactions plus DMs, and then your activity. Now I always say this, that like don't be a broadcast channel, like you need to interact. So it's the same. If you're not interacting with people, your content's not going to be shown to many people either. And it's even saying your history of interacting. So like if you go on and you blast like a load of interactions right before you post, then you post, then you blast your interactions afterwards, like obviously at the time it may boost it for a little while, but it's saying that longevity of content, that you need to kind of be always interacting with people. Now these are the kind of the main things that it's saying, like that it's saying it'll help you even in terms of like getting to the explore page or like getting more interactions on your content. But it's kind of like they haven't really given us anything concrete. Like that's kind of stuff we already kind of know. They're just packaging it in a way that it's kind of like news. But look, I mean, at the same time, it's saying same with TikTok with Reels. Like if you find that you're getting good interactions in the first couple of minutes of being posted, it's more than likely going to go that bit further every time. So yeah, but look, that's what they're saying anyway. And
with the likes of that now, you were saying there about being interactive. Don't just post and walk away. Interact with other people. You do the whole Gary V method, the $1.80. You know, you love Gary. Do you know that strategy, don't you?
The $1.80?
The $1.80 strategy.
What's the $1.80 strategy?
So you give your 2 cents on 90 posts a week. So you give your 2 cents as a comment. So you're doing 90 comments on different posts throughout the week.
Okay.
Makes up $1.80, and the interaction, then it seems that the algorithm sees you're interacting with people, you're commenting, you're making friends, you're a follower. Like, it's a whole thing, but supposedly I have yet to try it, but it's supposed to be good, and 10 different hashtags as well, they say as well.
Yeah.
Like, what do you thought? Like 30 hashtags?
I don't know.
I do 15-ish, maybe. It's such a trek.
I think I wouldn't ever say I'm like, use hashtags, because you don't lose out if you don't. Like if a hashtag doesn't get you somewhere in the explore page, so what? It doesn't cost you anything to put hashtags on a post. But my issue with hashtags is when people use hashtags that have nothing to do with their content. That's when I'm like,
TikTok, yeah.
Or just even on Instagram where it's like hashtag smile, hashtag
I don't see
happy.
it as much on Instagram.
I've seen it.
But I'd be like, it'd be some stupid dance video, and they're like hashtag Big John UFC 256. You're like, what?
That is, or like the Doritos something, or like Super Bowl, and they're talking about like their cat,
suicide,
and you're like,
it's like, what's going on? Like?
But yeah, so like even just a couple of headlines. So YouTube are saying they'll no longer allow alcohol, gambling, and political ads in its masthead. Like, alcohol advertising has become so difficult. It's become so difficult, and like you're bound by the laws of the platform, but you're also bound by the laws of, in Ireland anyway, the Copy Clear ASAI guidelines. So like now obviously YouTube are removing that, and TikTok, you can't, as an alcohol brand, you cannot be on TikTok. But you have to be careful if you're doing any creator collaborations, because you can't have them. Like, I know, like, you can kind of see the subtle White Claw ones throughout, but it's very difficult to do it without.
Yeah, it turns into, they lose all ability to do, what's the word? I've lost the word. Ads. Production ads. Instead of it has to be sponsorship, it has to be influencers, it has to be all this kind of stuff.
And even with that, you have to be so subtle about it too. So it's like now obviously YouTube, and I get it, right, like younger audiences, but I just feel like if you have an age, like if you're an alcohol brand, right, and you're advertising on these platforms, you can set an age like targeting wise. Same with Facebook and Instagram, you can set an age for like targeting. Same with all self-serve platforms. So I'm like, why are you, like, if we can promote to 18 plus, like, I get, like, see, I know that people might disagree with me, but I'm like, I get why gambling might be disallowed.
I'm targeted like no tomorrow for some reason because I'm a 30-year-old male.
I'm getting targeted by gambling ads all of the time.
Makes trip 888.com. Like, what are you doing? Like, go away from me.
But even the ads now are very, they're very, like, they've really young people in the ads. And they're like, I don't know, they're like almost just making it look like this beautiful world of gambling.
Yeah, neon and green and all this kind of stuff.
I
And
don't know.
the real capital of gaming. I'm like, oh, stop.
No.
Look, I agree. But there should be a thing where you're doing when you're creating the ads on Google for YouTube that once you select 18 and over, it should be okay. If it goes under 18, like unfortunately you can't. Like, no, you can't do this. Please set the age limit to 18 plus.
Yeah.
Like, I am a parent. I have the restricted mode on YouTube for Wyatt. Like, if you're a parent, you should too, because some of the shit that pops up is awful. But like, we have to take responsibility ourselves as parents as well. Like, we can't have the companies like, you know what I mean? We take the onus as well. Like, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we
agree.
wrong there saying political ads as well? I think that's fair enough because they're pushing an agenda.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, maybe it's just because I work with alcohol brands and I'm like, leave them alone. Like, if they're like, there's already such strict rules in our country as Ireland anyway to promote alcohol brands that we're like, we can't, like, you can't do so much stuff with advertising for alcohol in Ireland. Like, the rules are crazy. So like, they're all like, even the content created as a promotional ad are already PG. So we should be allowed to just use these channels because we're not doing them in a way that it's like glorifying it or whatever. I agree,
because like, I'm not a massive drinker.
Yeah.
I'll have a session every once in a while. Every 6 months I have a big session.
Yeah.
And I grew up on drinking. Like, the ads I remember, some of the best ads ever created were Guinness. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Heineken have amazing ads. Like,
they do, yeah.
What's the it's not Smithwick's or Strongbow or something where Peter Kay is Avit and he kicks the ball away and it's like it's just these ads. I grew up like, I love those marketing ads.
But sure, even the Budweiser ads with like the horses and they're iconic.
The frogs, like all that kind of stuff. Like, and then if it's done properly, if it's not just some stupid, you know.
But that's it. Like, none of these ads show people getting hammered or like doing awful stuff. It's
and it's always drink responsibly. It's always like, it's up to you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Have you used quick chats or quick responses in Messenger?
I turn them off.
Yeah.
I turn them off. I don't like them.
I'm like, I haven't done a lot of testing with them, but I just feel like people have specific questions. Like, unless now, if it's like you're booking something, right, and it's an automated chat, because you can do that now with ads, right? You can create automated messenger responses from ads. And I feel like if you're booking something, so if it's like booking, if you're promoting like a gym and there's classes, and then your automated chat is like, send us a message, and then the message says like, you know, hello, what class would you be booking in for? And then there's the 3 options, and then it automates like, I want, or like, hello, like something like, what are you interested in, like classes, PTs, whatever. And then if they go classes, and then it's like, okay, what do you like the most? And then it's like full body or core or Pilates or whatever. And then it's like, great, here are some of our classes, you know, tap on the one you might be most interested in, tap on that. Here are some times, what would suit you best, tap on that. And then it's like, great, here's a link if you want to sign up to that class. It's blah, 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 or there's 6 spaces left. Like, that kind of automation, which would obviously have to be linked in then with any applications that you're using. That's smart. But if I'm sending you a message because I have a specific question about, like, you know, capacity or my fitness level, or like, is there a possibility to buy like 10 credits? Like, where do I ask that? So then that becomes then a message that goes to that business. But your chatbot cannot facilitate that conversation. So that's when it gets a little bit messy for me, I feel. But for a business that is more like, we'll say for our business, like, we couldn't really have automated chats because everything is so tailored, everything is changed, everything's customized. So we don't have like a set kind of thing of like, yes, no problem. Okay, that's great. You know, you're now a client. It doesn't work like that. So
the last dealings I had with them was for Republic of Work when I worked here. They'd say, hey, whatever it is, and then the automatic will come up, hey there, what would you like to discuss today about memberships? Would you like to book a space? Or and it kind of worked, but at the same time, there's conversations that slipped through because I missed it, or
you like, have to keep an eye on it all the time.
The repeats would happen if there's a glitch or something would happen, that they'll get the same message back, and they're like, like that would piss me off. I'd probably just click away,
Yeah.
and you've lost me there as a customer and stuff. So you just have to be very.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I think I like full control.
Same,
of a
and I
scenario.
just think even people can tell if it's an automated chat,
Mm-hmm.
and I think sometimes the personal touch is better.
Yeah, well that's it. The responses like that, and you'll see pop up like,
can't-
oh,
you cannot beat it. Yeah, there hasn't like I don't see much news. I know obviously there has been like news and stuff that happened last week, but I think in terms of like channels,
nothing crazy.
there hasn't been anything
No, nothing
major.
crazy. That Twitter, that super Twitter, where you can subscribe to people and pay the options. That's been rolled out, isn't it?
The which now?
I can't remember what it's called. Super Twitter is what I call it.
Oh yeah,
Where you can
you have
pay.
to have over 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like Patreon almost.
That's
isn't
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Back to it. Class.
Yeah. There is one headline here that says Facebook execs run first live test of new Facebook audio rooms feature in the US. So they're obviously trying to be like Clubhouse,
Mm-hmm.
like what is it? Is it Twitter rooms? Is that what they called it?
Spaces.
Spaces. Yeah. I just don't know about audio rooms.
I know.
I don't know. Like, obviously, they like Clubhouse absolutely soared in lockdown, and I just don't know.
I haven't got. I literally haven't opened the app since we did ours.
Yeah, I don't have it
haven't.
anymore on my phone.
Yeah, I just like Bebo. Oh, okay. Bye, guys.
Remember Bebo?
Thanks for that.
Yeah,
I do.
that was.
I remember Bebo.
That was
good
an
fun.
epic fail.
We are thinking about doing new segments
Yes.
for the upcoming summer and stuff. If you have
Mm.
any ideas, DM us. Let us know stuff you want to hear.
Yeah.
I like Pro Bono. I think people are enjoying Pro Bono.
Mm-hmm.
We have no Pro Bono today.
Well, like it's our first time in the studio, so like let's just have the chats
Yeah.
instead and talk about digital. And
We'll do
all
some
the
work
bits.
on that and see what the crack is.
Yeah. I think it could be fun. But
Even
if
if
anybody has
yeah.
any like wacky ideas, wacky, what age am I?
Wacky.
Oh, wow, I'm like
Wowzers.
105 years old.
But yeah, other than that, all G, I think.
Yeah. Now, before, actually, for tweets, can you edit your tweets yet? Apparently, I don't know. Was it a joke?
No, I don't. I haven't heard of it anyway.
Oh, and they're also launching reactions to tweets, like stories,
Boy,
emoji
like a
reactions.
love, heart down kind of stuff.
And has your story reactions changed to GIFs, or are you still in just emoji reactions? So you can some accounts now that you can respond to
On Twitter?
No, sorry, I'm changing channels now.
Sorry.
Instagram.
Okay.
That you can that you can look at an Instagram story and swipe up and react not just with emojis, but you can react with GIFs.
Really,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very clunky though. I'd say it's going
A
to look
little
very
bit
clunky.
messy.
on
It's a little
Insta.
bit like it's weird because it
Facebook.
just like your notification then is that somebody sent you a GIF,
GIF.
as opposed to reacted to your story with a
Yeah.
GIF. But it's still, I
Yeah.
love GIFs, so
I
I'm
love
like
GIFs
I'm
as well.
all for that.
I can't edit. Well, at 32 Agency can't. At 30 Agency on Twitter, can't edit tweets at the moment.
Okay.
I'll check my other 7 accounts that I
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
and go through all that. How gutted are you that I have the 60 seconds and you don't?
I'm gutted because I still have to keep my content to 30 seconds.
We still haven't talked about TikTok in this episode. We were
know.
TikTok mad, bro. What happened? I still
am.
watch it every day.
I'm still on it loads, yeah.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been major updates
No, there
with
hasn't.
it. But
Yeah,
it's
they
still,
slowed down a bit.
I don't know. I still love TikTok. I will always love TikTok. I
Yeah,
think.
it's class.
Mm-hmm.
I love it too. I saw here Hungary passes law banning the promotion of LGBTQ content to minors. Thank you, Hungary.
Seriously?
What the fuck's that about? Like, fuck off. Like,
That is awful. Why would you do that to younger
the
people?
parliament, like, it's a government initiative. Like,
Actually disgusting. We do not condone that behaviour here.
we don't negotiate with terrorists.
We don't. No, that's awful. Do not like that.
No, I saw on Twitter here. Sorry, guys, just kind of sidestep there. What happened to this honey house and all these things? They're all gone now, are they?
No, well,
Are you following them still?
no, but the Go House is gone to LA now.
The goat house.
It's Go now. It's not Goat anymore.
Okay.
Go House, but they've basically obviously the Irish project's finished,
Yeah.
and now they've like Jack and I don't know if is the other lad involved in anymore. They've moved it to LA.
And he's with them in LA.
He actually was his
Sweet.
baby, yeah. So they're in LA, but
Has
I
he
think
made a fortune off this? Like,
I'd say so.
Class.
He's doing
I love
well.
that
It's
shit,
actually
like.
so lovely.
You were saying he's the guy who kind of got berated for Love Island or something. Was it because he was too old or something? Is that him?
No,
Different
that's
guy?
the other guy. So this is the co-founder, the other co-founder. He's a bit quieter on, like, he wouldn't be posting massively now on social media or anything, but it's like to get into the house, all like the content creators had to do challenges or something. So it's like I don't look at it all the time, but that's the new thing now, the Go House LA.
Yeah,
but it's all American creators.
When they approached me, it was the Goat House. They were like, "Can you be in there?" I was like, nah,
Jay was in high demand.
I was like, "I'm good, thanks, bro. I need to make donuts."
I'd rather make donuts than make content in the Goat House.
There's a guy I know, Nick. He was based in New York. He's in Miami now, and he was in the Honey House.
Okay, yeah.
It was like one of the first ones, and I don't think he's there anymore. They kind of split it up.
Yeah.
But I just see him in in Miami the whole time, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he kind of reunites them now and then. That's why maybe drive the question to you. Saying,
yeah. But the vlog squad's back together now, so you're sorted. You're going to get your content fix.
Years of rejoicing throughout the land.
In your land.
I do enjoy a good vlog.
I know.
I do enjoy a good vlog.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
Would you have a vlog?
Me?
A day in your life?
I think I'd enjoy it for like 1 or 2 days, and then I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot.
That's it. So when it hooks, it was a joy because I had a film crew. Somewhat, I had 2 guys, 1 guy with the camera and sound and stuff.
Yeah, well, there you go, because you have somebody else doing it. Yeah,
and that's the joy. And then I started doing it myself. I was like, oh, there's a lot of work. Like Dan Sweeney's still going, fair play to him.
I don't know how he does it every day. How?
Dan's my shout out of the week. His content is
it's
fire.
It's very good. I just
don't
understand how he has, or how he is capable of maintaining, like, that's consistency is at its finest.
But I mean the client work, the stuff he's doing, like the drinks ads, the footwork, like they're fucking
very
class.
Good.
Like,
but to actually maintain a vlog for this long, like, kudos, because I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do a vlog, and then I obviously I don't think like this, but like if I decided to do it in the morning, I'd be great for, I'd say, the first week, and then I'd be like, be right back.
Yeah. Well, we did one for Grilly.
Yeah, you
Grilly.
did. And that was
episodes.
Great.
And we thought that was it. And we were happy that we've had people say, "Oh, come back." I'm like, oh, it's so much work.
It's a lot, because it's just even thinking, like, in your day, like, you know, what do you record, and then editing and stuff does take time. I know that, but it's more just like, what's the theme, or like, what do you focus on that day, you know?
But if you're talking business, then clients, then money, then like we were talking about negotiations with the Cricket Club at the time, like
but that was all interesting because it was the evolution of your brand, and I think that's really good to do at the start, because it's like how you got to where you are, and now you are established and people know who you are. Yeah,
and people like that.
Yeah, they do.
Cool. Aim for us to look back in 2 years.
But I think with Grilly, it was completely down to the wire for you. Like, you were like, oh, we're launching
in 10 days.
in a couple of days. And I think it was just fun to watch as well.
Check it out, Grilly McGrill on Instagram. There's a vlog series in the IGTV section.
Yep.
I need to create more real. Do you know what I need to sit down and just strategize my personal brand.
I know.
We said this upstairs and you're like, yeah, let's do it. And like, nope. It
just
happen.
You know what? I think I think everybody can relate to, I need to sit down and just write my plan, or like plan ahead. But you see, like, when I started my company, I had a business plan, and sure, that was under the impression that we would be out of lockdown in like summertime. So I had all these plans, and like a lot of them included on-site stuff, and sure everyone's the same. They're like afraid to make a 6 month or a 1 year plan, because we don't know where we're going to be. We don't know what's going to, like, what factors are going to introduce themselves to us. Even like, we don't really know what lockdown looks like in 6 months time. Are we all going to be back to normal? Are we going to be wearing masks? Like, I don't know. So I think even just like mapping out the future should be like, what am I doing next month?
I think 12 weeks. I think a 12-week plan.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, how do you build something over 12 weeks that you want longevity in? That makes sense.
I suppose it depends on your market. Like, you know, if you have scalability online, then it's easier to plan a little bit more ahead. But at the same time, what if you work with clients that, or like if you decide to niche yourself to a specific market, like what happens to them if they are hit with another pandemic?
Yeah.
Like, I never want that to ever happen to anyone in our lifetime ever again. But like, I think it made everybody think a lot more about where they're going and what they're doing with their business, and what is the actual future-proof thing they're doing to solidify their business. And I think it's definitely woken a lot of people up. to that.
And the beauty of this is like a lot of people have started to do their dream jobs because of it. A lot of people are starting to do the stuff they wanted to do but couldn't, or they were too afraid to do.
There, case in point, us.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Like
know?
even my brother's, he's done a little side hustle here now, cards. Like he creates cards.
Oh, cool.
And he got his first wholesale order there now. Like he obviously works full time as well,
Mm-hmm.
but he got a 50, 60, 70 card wholesale order for a massive shop, and he's delighted.
Here now.
Here now.
That's
So
my
like
shout out.
pure Dublin.
There you go. There you
Pure
go.
Dublin kind of slang, but like that kind of stuff is class. My
love
sister started baking and kind of selling all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
It is.
I
It
like
is.
that.
Yeah, it's
Respect. Entrepreneurial family.
peeps. Yeah, my parents hate us.
What are you doing now?
Yeah, don't just get a steady job. They're entrepreneurs as well. Like they're like,
Yeah.
don't just get a job.
That's it. I love that.
Oh, come here. It's been great seeing you.
Yeah, you too. I'm glad we're back. We back.
I think we are.
We're back.
We're back in
we
studio.
are back.
No,
Period.
it's me. I'm always here. You
I
need
know.
to get here.
I know.
And I need to start editing podcasts quicker and getting clips out faster.
That's fine. Put it in your business plan that you'll do in a year's time.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Christmas is only how many days away?
I don't know, but get planning.
Good
All
luck.
right. Good luck. Bye.